Our travels take us to all kinds of nooks, crannies, and tucked away places in search for food. Some of the most fun comes from the times you find the best food in the places you'd never imagine. One of them is right here in Bluffton, some of the best food in town, and I'm guessing you probably don't know about it. In fact, if you don't live around here, then I'm going to go out on that limb and say you definitely don't know about it, but I am here to tell you that you should. This time out, a trip to the Big Easy. Virtually, of course, because we're just off of 278 in Bluffton at one of the best kept secrets in town. It's called River Road Cafe. Tucked away in the back of a strip mall behind the fast food joint are all of the flavors of Louisiana. Most of them anyway. River Road is a smallish, simple cafe with a few reminders on the walls of what they are about. Doesn't matter what's on the walls. What matters is the magic coming out of this kitchen.
My dad and I have wanted to do the restaurant thing for a while. That's kind of been something we've talked about since I was probably like 18. But this one specifically, we stumbled upon it. We knew we wanted to do something in the upcoming years. We didn't really have a timeline. But when we found this place, it was kind of like, all right, well, now or never. And we just jumped into it.
Renee and her family own and operate this place. Yeah, there are a few employees, but it is a family-run business. Mom and Dad and a few employees in the kitchen, sisters out front, 4 in all, dishing out the flavors that they are all too familiar with.
But we always knew it was kind of going to be food that we grew up eating and food that we love to make and eat. So
I happen to love it too, always have, and always appreciate when I find someone doing it well. Around here, it really doesn't get much better than all of this. The first time I came to River Road, I started with the gumbo, which automatically was among the top 4 or 5 I maybe had ever had. But the part that grabbed me that day was the authenticity of the bread. I knew on the spot I wanted to bring our cameras in here one day, and that was almost a year ago.
There's still a lot of people who don't know we're here, who don't know we exist. So every day, every month, we're growing and finding more people. More people are finding us.
They have the advantage of being in a location of a former cafe that was once very popular back here. It was called Walnut Cafe. So that gives the neighborhood a bit of a guide on where they can find River Road. But this place is still sitting in the if you don't know category, which is just crazy to me because all of these dishes taste 100% homemade. The River Road omelet with andouille, pepper, onion, tomato, cheese, and shrimp creole is absolutely wonderful. The shrimp po' boy, the same. But I will say my top dishes that I tried here, and I think I've eaten almost the entire menu at this point, are these. The gumbo I told you about, the crawfish etouffee I had one day for lunch, and this bread pudding. Made by Mom in the back by herself when she isn't making biscuits. It is without question the best bread pudding I have ever had. This family knew they could cook. Still, there was some hesitation when the doors opened.
We didn't think it would be bad. We were interested to see how people would receive it because it's not common around here. We either thought it was going to go one way or the other. Right. But at the end of the day, we knew if we liked what we were selling and it was consistent, that it would do well.
And they have. They're open 7 days a week for breakfast and lunch. They close every day at 2:30. They tell me there are plans for dinner down the road, but nothing immediate. When that happens, trust me, I will be here. If you don't know about River Road, you do now. If you live in Bluffton, it's around the corner. If you don't, make some time and a lunch date and get over here. You will eat it and like it.